Yes, it started on Saturday, I think. And that's another one of those things on speed gaming that you like to see if you're a Metroid fan. In fact, there's a race going on right now, but we want you here because this is going to be more fun.
Yeah, if you want to check out that Metroid Prime Randomizer, please check the schedule of whenever they host any of these matches.
All right, it looks like everything's starting to get cleared up on the runner's ends, and we'll get this show on the road very soon. I apologize for the delay, folks. It looks like somebody's entire setup crashed right before they started, so we had to fix it, which is unfortunate. But at least it happened before the race started.
If it happened during the race, then we'd had a problem.
All right, it looks like everybody is ready.
Yep, everyone looks to be ready and ready to go. Getting that final countdown now. What do you expect from this seed? Even though you just said it like a billion times, you want to expect trolls.
Well, okay, I don't want to expect trolls, but I have to, because you have to expect the unexpected. And normal logic does indeed like to troll the runners more often than it doesn't.
And personally, I want a clean and fair fight. So that's always what I want to see.
I would like to see a good, straightforward logic that doesn't let them have everything open to them right away. Like, I don't want them to have all the suits and all those Dark World access in the first 30 minutes, because then they're going to be everywhere and they're going to have so much to do. But I also don't want it to be super linear, where it's like you go here, get this item, and that's the only thing you get. So you go to the next area where that unlocks and get something there to go to the next one, because that's boring too. I want to have a good, diverse run where we have runner diversions going in different directions, but not so much so where it's just like I have everything to do and don't know where the logic's trying to point me in. Here we go. Now, as you can see, we're starting in Super Metroid, because it allows us to configure our controllers, because in this game you can set it up so your buttons do different things, like A is jump instead of shoot or whatever. And then most of the time they're going to go straight to Link to the Past, because that's where the majority of checks are available right now.
Yep, so we're now finally underway. Apologies for the delay. And Error, Jexfock, Correctness, and Edium all going into a Link to the Past to get some initial checks.
So there's a piece of heart on the Lake Helios Island, which means it's going to stay there. Most likely, we're not going to. Hey, look, a sword in our house. That's a nice start.
You always love to see a sword at the very thing you start off with.
And we got a heart container in the sanctuary, which is kind of vanilla. So so we've got our red crystals. Oh my gosh, we got red crystals on Desert and Eastern, and a red pendant on Hera.
That's a lot of red.
Wow. But as I was gonna say, as soon as you do the transition from Link to the Past, or Super Metroid Link to the Past, in the first time you do it, you immediately have a Tier 3 tree pool. So most people go straight for that just to see what it is. Now, I can never manage to keep the Tier 3. I always lose it because I get a Tier 2 instead, because I always get hit. We have Etium going straight for a Houlihan, which is a glitched broom, which basically the developers put in as a catch-all in case you drop through a hole or end up somewhere that you're not supposed to be. It deposits you here, gives you 225 rupees, and tells you to get out and go home.
Yeah, it's caused by creating an error in Link's Y position, if I remember this right, and then Chris Houlihan is the name of the room in particular, because that was from a old Nintendo Power contest where you had to find a war mech in Final Fantasy 1 and send it to Nintendo.
I did not know that much detail about it.
Yeah, supposedly Chris Houlihan's name would have been put into a future game for the NES, but it ended up being in Light to the Past, and it was hidden away just in this special room.
I mean, he's forever memorialized here in this game. We will never forget him. Now, I did not see what's on the angle edge. It looks like a pack of power bombs, and it is indeed a cheeseburger. We're not going to be killing Aghanim for that today. That is not required. I do like this play from Hyrcanus, taking that sword and going straight to the escape sequence. So we've got 40 rupees in the forest, the Lost Woods. That's great. Helpful. Early money is nice to get them bombs bought and the bottle vendor early on in the game. What do we have in Zelda Cell? We've already seen a map, so if it's a small key, we know that Dark Cross is going to have something. Or it's probably going to have something anyway, because we've already seen the map, so it only gives us one more chance. And it's just a pack of supers, which is nice to have, but not terribly helpful at this point. There's a gravity suit in Blind's hut. Wow, what a start. Magical pancakes at 4 minutes in. Woohoo!
You love to see that grav suit.
It's definitely a nice thing to have. The bush crab's just dropping hearts today. That's kind of depressing. It's helpful if you're dying later on, but right now we would prefer to see bombs or money. What does the sick kid have for us today? More power bombs. The magic number you're looking for in the beginning of the game is 15. This 15 gives you enough ammunition to do your Brim loop without having to refill. And it also gives you enough power bombs to kill all of the Metroids in Turian should you not find Ice Beam. Chicken Hut just had some missiles, a bunch of trash. So far, we haven't found very much. Gravity was in Blind's hideout, and I do not know if Jex went there or not. I don't believe he did. And there's a mail upgrade in the back of the well. That's kind of nice, too.
I've always said this about getting mail upgrades back in Z3, but it's always nice to have one very early on in the game, since you can take a bit more hits and you don't die as often.
It's especially nice to have one before you head over to the Ice Rock Cave where the crabs are, because those crabs are mean.
Yeah, 2 hearts of damage on just green mail, but it's only relegated to 1 heart per hit on blue mail.
For whatever reason, early game enemy like that really hurts, and I don't understand why. So all 4 of the runners are going into the same locations about the same time. Adium's doing a north to south route. He's going up to check the Lost Woods at the moment, and then he'll be back down to the village here shortly, I think. I don't think he's gone through the village yet. Bottle vendor handing us some fairly expensive missiles. I mean, considering we get most of our missiles for free, paying 100 rupees for 5, it's probably about the price they would be. Just 10 arrows on the race game from Error 72's side. Meanwhile, Reckness is going to go through farming through the bomb hut rather than buying them. I mean, if you've got a bomb to spare, it's the free way of gathering bombs. I don't blame him for doing this. It saves money in the long run, and he doesn't have the money to buy anything anyway, so... Meanwhile, Error is headed over to South Shore to check the dam and Mini Mold Worm Cave, and most likely Ice Rod Cave. Holy cow, there's a Morph Ball. That is huge. That opens up about 65% of Super Metroid.
Yeah, with that Morph Ball in hand, we can pretty much go a lot around Super Metroid.
Yeah, I mean, you can full clear it. I mean, but it's not a logic, obviously. That Morph Ball unlocks it is basically one of the only items you actually have to have for the whole game, because it allows you to do everything else. I did not see what was on the library ledge earlier, but we're going to see what it is this time. It's just missiles, so that's staying there. Nobody wants that. Meanwhile, we have Error entering Mini Moldworm Cave, or as I like to call it, the Light World type cave. It's basically the same thing. It's got one guy and 4 chests. Usually has something of value. I say that, there'll be nothing in here. Never mind. There's the various suit. So we have all the suits, we have Morph Ball, Super Metroid's full clearable. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's go straight into Super Metroid.
That's it. That's game. That's Super Metroid Go mode. Not really, but it's pretty close. Really, the only other thing you'd need would be a can fly, space jump, Morph Ball bombs, high jump boost help, and speed booster, and then that'd be basically Go mode for Super Metroid, which is kind of crazy. This is the kind of early suit stuff I was talking about, where it opens up so much of the game. I really like to see a lot of back and forth, rather than going to Super Metroid, full clearing, and then coming and doing all of Zelda. That's not as entertaining as seeing a nice, smoothly transitioning between games back and forth. So it looks like Error is going to head over to the Eastern Palace area, which is surprising with all that Super Metroid progression we have. I'm surprised they're not going straight there. Seeing everything red in the light world is just amusing. 2 red crystals and a red pendant is just funny to me. In Saha's closet, we have supers, piece of art, and another bottle. So this is screaming to go to early Super Metroid and do your Bryn loop, get all the goodies there. Meanwhile, Etium's headed over to Agina's cave. He's probably gonna scout the desert ledge as well, or not. he's just going to go to Agina's. Meanwhile, Air is headed into both gloves and the pyramid. Good lord. Chat, that's not even nice. Meanwhile, Air is headed into Eastern Palace to do a couple checks here. We can do 4 of them logically if we find an early big key. If we don't, then we can only do 3. Logically speaking, that is. That doesn't mean they're not going to sequence break the dark room and go check the vanilla big key chest. Because we all know they can. Arachnus is going swimming, even though he doesn't have lippers. So that'll be an interesting couple checks to see. Well, that's 2 items in Eastern so far. Both ammunition for Super Metroid, and the old man under the bridge has powder. Interesting.
Well, with no hammer, we can't access the magic bat.
No, but it's a nice comfort of life item later on. Being able to sprinkle it on some anti-fairies and gain all our health back is kind of a nice thing. 25, 20, 20 for ammunition in Super Metroid. That is pretty crazy. Reckoners, this is normal logic. What are you doing? So this is the gauntlet, commonly known as the gauntlet in Super Metroid. It is not in logic with the items we currently have. However, it does take just a couple wall jumps to get up here and clear it out, no problems, for 3 item checks up here. Normally, you need some form of can fly to get up here in normal logic. However, you know, as Hyrcanus showed, you can just do a couple jumps up. They're difficult jumps. They're not easy, but you can get up there without too much trouble if you're well versed in the Super Metroid side of things. And Hyrcanus is definitely well versed in that. I would do it too if I had at least 1 more energy tank, because 0 is kind of low. So it looks like the big chest, or the big key chest of Eastern Palace was vanilla indeed. Well, speaking of energy tanks, and $300. That's kind of nice. Regardless, that acid in the gauntlet does a ton of damage, even with both suits. And there was a glove in the Eastern Big Chest. I did not see that. Thank you very much, chat, for keeping me pointed on that. That's all outstanding. A glove is nice to have. It's definitely required. And the back of Escape having nothing but trash and a key. So there is an item fire locked in the Dark Cross, which means we do need the lamp for that. Because unlike the Link to the Past logic of current, the fire rod does not serve as a fire source. We need the lamp. Yes, we did, Orange Kupo. Okay, logically speaking, we need the lamp. Logically speaking, we need the lamp. But physically, I need the lamp because I'm bad at the game. But runners of this caliber, they can do it in the dark. They're good like that.
Yeah, personally, I'm still trying to get myself to not have just rely on my lamp for stuff like minor dark rooms and such.
I am definitely getting better at the dark rooms in Eastern Palace. I can do those without any issue. And the lamp, I can do them in the dark. To do the dark rooms in Death Mountain as well, with little to no difficulty. But some of them, like Misery Mire, Agate Tower, those are not fun. This Metroid, that's not how I meant it, and you know it. There is a coin in the Eticunes area. I didn't see which one. I'm gonna guess bacon, but I could be wrong. It was Bombos. I had no problem being wrong. It happens a lot. Oh, that's unfortunate. Missing that wall jump there and falling back down is just terribly inconvenient. There's our Morph Ball bomb, so there's our first logical Canfly in the Eticunes pit. Very interesting. That puts the Gauntlet in logic, along with pretty much everything else that requires Canfly. Moving on into Pink Brinstar, there's a whole bunch more checks we're going to be able to do here. All of which are in logic, except for the Wave Gate, which we will need the Wave Beam to do, unless Wave Beam happens to be here. However, I suspect we're going to see it get done anyway, because it's not very difficult to be able to glitch that gate with a Super Missile. Now, the nice thing about having both suits with these side hoppers is they don't do 80 damage of health anymore. It's only down to 20, I think. 20? 40? I don't know, something like that. It's not a lot. And there's a second sword in Old Mother Brain. All we need is that lamp and we'll have Aga access. What do you know? And that was an Ice Beam in the position above charge. And there's our red mail already. 20 minutes in, we already have red mail. What is this game?
I don't know, honestly, but red mail is extremely nice to have for the early game, just having just a bit more protection.
Well, we have both suits and both mail upgrades within 20 minutes. That's kind of nuts. We had all the defense in the world, but next to no offense. Oh, the chat's being very punny right now. So punny it hurts. That's a mirror in Blue Bryn ceiling. Oh, my lord. So that's a high jump or space jump required item. Maybe speed booster too. And quite possibly Morph Ball bombs, but I don't know how well you can do it with Morph Ball bombs. But anyway, there's the mirror and have a bug net right there next to it. There's a bottle in the Wave Gate location of Pink Brain, so that's kind of a nice thing to have. What does Billy Mays have for us today? We have 20 rupees, but wait, there's more. A shovel. Yay.
Flute spot becomes available.
Gives us one item check. Commonly called a fetch quest. Ah yes, the Ice Beam. Definitely put that item in logic, because you can just freeze that little bugger that jumps up and down from the ceiling, and then jump on his head. Meanwhile, Etienne is headed up to Death Mountain. He's going to go check Spec Rock and Spec Rock Cave. Can obtain one of the two items up there. And he also may hop into the Dark World portal and check the Dark World map. And there's our lamp on the on the Morph Ball pedestal. There's our lamp. There's Aghanim and Logic. Wow, already. What a game. Adium's hopping into the business center on Upper Norfair. And we're going to see what's going on in here. We're going to check high jump first. Morph ball was in the dam? Dang, I already forgot where it was, you know? Like, my brain goes haywire real fast. So high jump not having much value yet. "2D tones, not only do we have both suits, we also have both male upgrades. So all the armor has been found." But to be fair, Camp Chair Gamer, the first item we found in the house was a sword, so it's pretty close to swapped. And it also looks like we're going to have the speed boosters on the Crocomire Escape, which is something else we're going to need later on. So always bet on Croc, ladies and gentlemen. Always bet on Croc. Now we have Jex and Error both going for the Wavegate skip here. What they're doing is they're using the acceleration of a super missile to glitch through the gate off screen and open up the door from the wrong side, as it were. That bottle is not in logic until we get a wave beam, but we already have two, so I think that's our third bottle of the match already, and it's only 24 minutes in. Like, come on, man.
Tons of safeties out of it, though.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with having that many bottles, but dang, that's a lot early on, especially in the combo randomizer. What do we have in Shaft Supers today? A heart container. Now, to be fair, Speed Booster may not necessarily be required, because if we have the right tools, we can backdoor Meridia and not need Speed Booster to get to Dragon. And I don't believe it's required for anything else yet. I mean, that's not to say that there is Speed Booster locking items in like Waterway and things like that, but there are ways to navigate around not having it. And if you look at the item screen, you do get to see a boss that you don't normally get to see all of. It is the great and mighty Kraid standing up, going dancing. If you do not land the quick kill in the first couple frames that he's available to die in, he stands up and he dances. And it's not fun.
But that is the first blood drawn by Edia.
That is indeed. First blood drawn at 26 minutes in. One of 11 bosses that must die before we go to Ganon's Tower and Mother Brain. Ooh, Heracnus is fighting another rare boss that we don't get to see very often. The Bomb Terizo. Only activated by having Morph Ball bombs in your inventory at the time you pick up the item. Or, well, having Morph Ball bombs in this room at all. And it just takes 2 supers to the chest and it's game over for him. So, other than Kraid being a required kill, his lair had absolutely nothing. So now, I suspect suspect we're gonna do a descent down Red Tower, possibly. Maybe even check criteria power bombs with those morph ball bombs. And actually, with Gravity Suit, we can actually get into wreck ship, so this may be a wreck ship play from Reckness. I apologize if I talk too much, Professor. I get excited about these races.
No, it's okay. I'm trying to just troubleshoot something on my end.
I just didn't want to be stepping all over you, because, you know, that's not very nice of me.
I know. There's been a lot of consistent issues over on my end, so I gotta have some backup here.
Criteria Power Bombs has the Pegasus boots. What? Time to go fast. That's a huge check right there. Here's Edium going into Meridia. 28 minutes in. Look at that.
Pegasus boots being where it is, that is always nice to see a Pegasus boots just going fast, even if it means that it may not be required. It's always nice just to have it for just the sake of speed.
I'd rather have it not need it than need it and not have it. Silver arrows on the moat. Wow.
And this is Silver Arrows just by himself because of V29 logic.
Right, so it's not a progressive bow, but it's definitely a nice find. Silver arrows make the Ganon fight and other fights way easier. Like Vitreous, Armless Knights, Helmasaur, Argus. Pretty much anything that can be killed by a bow makes it way more fun. Mama Turtle did not yield anything of value. Reckness is trying to check the ocean or the sky missile, not the sky missile, Middle Earth missile, and not getting it, not being able to see it. Meanwhile, in the ocean is just some more supers, which are nice to have. We need a total of 60 or the equivalent of 60 to kill Mother Brain without Charge Beam. There's a Spacer Beam. Spacer Beam and Main Street Missiles. Those are probably staying there. Nobody's gonna go back for Spacer. Just a heart container and spooky missiles. Meanwhile, Reckness is going to go take on everybody's favorite Ghost of Argus. AKA Fantoon, the space ghost elephant. Space elephant ghost? I don't know. Well, how do we know that Samus is from the future? It could be from a galaxy a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. You never know. Now, Fantoon's only vulnerable to missiles, and he's only vulnerable while his eyeball is open. So that is terrible, and he's also extremely vulnerable to super missiles. He takes double damage from them. However, if you shoot him with one and it does not kill him, he gets rather perturbed and becomes invulnerable for about 45 seconds and just shoots fire at you, which is fun. Alpha Power Bomb is not holding up much in the way of use. But Fantoon goes down without a hitch. I mean, the Nintendo Power Guide was clearly flawed. I mean, you can super missile Fantoon to death, but it takes forever. Okay, now with Fantoon being dead, the entirety of the wrecked ship has been powered up, and now we can access the doors that were once locked and get to areas that we were not able to get to before. Think of this as a another dungeon we have to complete. Now, will Hyrachnes save before he goes to check Spiky Room of Death? Yes, he will. Spiky Room of Death, so called because it kills people. It kills runs. There's a lot of damage going on in that room, and if you get stuck or get hit by any of those spikes, even with suits, they hurt. I mean, they hurt a lot more without suits, but they still hurt with suit. And here it is. The spikes on the ground do 60 damage without suits, and the falling ones, I believe, do 120, if I'm not mistaken. Now, saving before you come in here allows you to reset out if there's nothing of value in here. It's 200 from the platforms. Okay, I was wrong. That's even worse. Ooh, a screw attack. That's kind of game-breaking. The rest of the game just got really easy. Yeah, you don't want to reset a screw attack. Meanwhile, over on Error 72's side, we have Kraid coming up to say hi, and he decides to block the missiles with his hand. And here is a quick kill! Very well done! Did I really miss where the speed booster was? I thought you guys were tricking me. Where's it at? Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember talking about it. Never mind. See? That's what I forget. We talked about this already, and I totally forgot that we talked about it. That's a moon pearl in the wrecked ship! Wow! So that's moon pearl, lamp, master sword. He doesn't know about the glove and Eastern yet, but that kind of makes it look like Aga might be required for Dark World access. However, we do have the entirety of Super Metroid to check, so chances are we're going to find our Dark World access via that route instead. And here he goes, checking the wreck ship reserve item. So he's going to drop a power bomb, or he's going to X-ray it. It is just a heart container. Speed booster not required for this area. It doesn't mean that it can't be required to get the ice rod out of waterway or some nonsense like that. So. Hyrachnes is using an IBJ to get up to the missiles in the sky. IBJ stands for Infinite Bomb Jump. It's a bomb jump that can go on infinitely so long as you get the timing down. And there's a shield. That's staying there. Unlike me, runners of this caliber don't like having shields. They consider it just a lag on the sprite on the screen. And now Heracnus is going to go bowling. Meanwhile, Atium's making his way through the Brent loop now, getting all the items that he missed before. Meanwhile, Jaxrock is going to fight Kraid, whereas Error is up on Death Mountain. It is all 4 bottles already, yes. Amazing. When you don't want them, you find them. When you want them, you can't find them.
Okay, I think I have a solution here. I'm just going to be going off of the Twitch stream here while Zephyr is a bit ahead of me since I can't really figure out what's going on with over on my ends, but we'll see it. We'll work together with this, right?
Well, I'm glad to have you back. I'm sorry you couldn't resolve your tech issues.
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever works, works.
It works, it works. So you haven't really missed out on much. We found our Moon Pearl in wrecked ship, and all 4 of our bottles already. But Heracnus is going down the Red Tower route now to go check Alpha Power Bombs and such. Meanwhile, Error is making his way to Upper Norfair, which is in logic because we have that Varia suit and Ice Beam.
It looks like Jax, well, I'm a bit behind. It's going to be fighting the boss on a ballroom.
Yep, he's definitely taking Kraid to the prom. So we're 2 for 3, or 1 for 3 on quick kills. We'll see if Heracnus gets a quick kill when he gets there. There is an energy tank in Bubble Mountain. That's kind of a nice find. Considering we've been a little bit low on the health side. I am being corrected in chat, saying that morph ball bombs are what puts the climb into lower Norfair or upper Norfair logic, not the ice beam. My mistake. I try to remember the logic as best I can. Sometimes I forget things. It happens. It's hard to keep track of all this stuff. There's a lot of stuff to pay attention to.
Yeah, the last time I heard, it was like, what, 316 items combined between both games?
Link to the Past and 100 from Super Metroid.
That's what I figured, 316.
So there is a lot of things to keep track. And you have to have pretty good knowledge of both games. And there's a lot to know. A lot of routing, a lot of logic stuff to keep track of. Now Error is going to be checking the Norfair reserve item. Idiom's picking up his lamp. Heracnus will be fighting Kraid soon enough. Once he gets there, he's on his way. There's our second glove in Norfair. So that just made Aga go from alive to dead in a heartbeat. Our logical Dark World access is available to us in the almost full clear of Super Metroid we are capable of doing.
Now, we still could potentially need a hammer or glove, or hammer or flippers to get over to the East Dark World side or towards Pod.
True. That is very, very possible. Now, I do know that they can and will sequence break that instead of fighting Aga, because nobody likes to fight Aghanim. It's a long trek up a really crappy tower for just a portal in the Dark World. It's not a fun thing to do.
Hey, at least you get a castle portal right outside Hyrule Castle.
That is true. I mean, it does make the big red bomb a little bit easier to transport, but it's a long way to go for not a lot of reward. There's our bow at the speed booster location. Wow. Okay, so this is starting to get more. And there's our flippers at speed booster itself. Holy cow! Norfair is loaded.
This is a very good find for, I think, was that Jex Rock?
It was, I don't know what Jax found at Ice Beam, but it was an error that found the flippers in the Moon Pearl, or the flippers, the gloves, and the bow.
Yeah, right, error. Okay, that's right. Yeah, because I'm behind.
That is one of the most stacked Norfairs I've seen in a long time. Getting our Titan's Mitt, our bow, and our flippers all in the same area. That's crazy sauce. What are we going to have down here? A wave beam? We shall see. And here's Hrekness taking Kraid to the dance. Is it going to be a short dance, or are we going to the prom? It's a quick kill, so we're 2 for 2. 2 for 4. Excuse me, 2 for 4. 2 and 2. However you want to look at it. 2 quicks, 2 longs.
Yeah, that's about. Go ahead.
Kraid's layer is empty, but it is what it is. You got to come here anyway, so. Meanwhile, Error is probably going to head down to Crocomire to get that speed booster. It's not in logic yet because we don't have the wave beam, but you can just do a simple wave gate skip like he's about to do with missiles and just shoot your way through the gate by triggering the switch on the far side by shooting through it with clipping through the wall if he manages to get it. Now, ordinarily, the 2 items you need to get to Crocomire are either Speed Booster or Wave Beam. In this case, Speed Booster is in Crocomire, so you have to find the Wave Beam somewhere. I don't know where, but it's got to be somewhere.
So from my delayed perspective, Era is doing the one trick where you can shoot a missile at a door and you can get through that door.
Yeah, he's trying to. He's not doing the trick properly. You kind of need to step a little bit away from the door, and then jump towards the door while shooting it. I don't. This may be another way of doing it, but I do not know this setup for it. To answer your question in chat, the Titan's Mitts were in the Norfair Reserve area. He is going to be completely out of ammunition before getting through that wall. That's unfortunate, because that's the logical way to get through there is with the wave beam, so at least there's these little bugs here that you can farm up. They drop a fairly sizable amount of health and ammo. Crumble Tower has nothing but bombs in it. I tend to be facing towards the door when I make my jump. That way I move that 1 pixel or 1 frame to the left while shooting upwards. It's definitely definitely an interesting setup, and this is not the way to do it, in my opinion. But this could be a way he knows how to do it, and I don't. So, I mean, I'm no expert at this game by any means. I'm not trying to say that I am.
And me, I'm just a casual observer.
That's all right. We'll get to your game once we're done with this one.
Oh, don't
Then
make me.
Then you can school me and Zelda all day. It's okay. To be honest, I have no idea how perfect that trick must be executed to get it right. I just know that I shoot at the wall until it opens the door. Really, that's all it takes. And Error is not even going to go down and fight Croc. He's just going to go to the Croc escape and get that speed booster. Which logically we can just morph ball jump our way up there. Meanwhile, Jex is trying to get his way up to the North Air Reserve item. And there's Error's speed booster. Gonna be looking out for that wave beam to put that item into logic. Now, to be fair, that item, the wave beam could be on pedestal for all we know. And you're just, never going to get that item in logically anyway. I mean, more likely it's going to be in a dungeon we're going to go to soon, but it could be anywhere, honestly. Wave beam is not really required for much, so it could be hidden almost anywhere in the game. And on Error's side is everybody's favorite Crocomire. He's not playing very nice right now. To be fair, I don't think it's very nice that we walk into his house and shoot him in the face. I mean, that's just not good neighborly conduct.
Meanwhile, Jex did also get his power glove.
So whenever he ventures over to Eastern Palace, he will get his Titan's mitts.
Croc looking like it's just super missiles from where that stands for the corpse of Croc stands.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's supposed to trick you into thinking he's coming back for more.
Surprise!
I don't know how his bones got over here. It's a little bit strange. But I don't question the game makers.
It's game logic. It's not supposed to make any sense.
That's true. Meanwhile, Error is definitely going to go check the grapple beam location and the parlor item here. Pantry or parlor? I can't remember which is. It's one of those two. Ooh, Crocomire is required. There's our fire rod.
Here we go.
Always bet on Croc, ladies and gentlemen. Always bet on Croc. And space jump next to it. Holy cow! This Norfair is stacked. What is this game? Who rolled this nonsense?
I think it was Miss Metroid who actually rolled. Oh, it was Nito who rolled it.
Of course, yeah, that explains it. Nito gets the most generous seeds ever. Now, if Miss Metroid rolled it, it'd be an Agaped seed with the Suitless Meridia required, even though it's normal logic. Because, she rolls troll seeds all the time. That's what she do. So Crocomire has the goods today. Now we're definitely in go mode for Super Metroid. Like, holy cow. We got our cannon flies, we got our suits, we don't have any beams except for ice, but that makes terrain a lot easier. The rest of it, though, I mean, all we need is ammo or charge beam. We're good. This is typical normal logic. You finish one game, then go finish the other one. Maybe if they didn't go canceling my hard logic seeds yesterday. Looking at you, Miss Metroid. Ooh, big words.
This is getting interesting. Anyway,
She's getting
Jax-
fiery.
Oh, hey, there's the flippers for Erectus.
So to answer a question in the chat, the hard logic section basically changes some of the locations where items can be because it adds certain tricks into the pool for logic placement of items, such as various suit lists, lava dives, and hell runs through Norfair without various suit. Gravity suit list Meridia, gravity suit list entrance into the lower Norfair via gravity jumps or lava dives. Continuous wall jumps to get in direct ship, which is a pretty tough trick to do. That involves doing a side wall jump off of a pedestal after jumping over it. Mock balls, which are using the speed of running to get through locations that are basically getting speed without speed. Speed booster locations without having speed, things like that. But this is normal logic, so none of that stuff is requirement in this seed. This is normal logic, so this is basically your entry level SMZ3, where it gives you the most freedom of logic. So there's no real crazy hard things to learn how to do. I know that was kind of a long-winded explanation, but I tried my best.
I mean, I try my best with explaining things like spooky action, and most of the time I fail. So there's that.
Yeah, that's a really cool glitch. I hope we get to see it tonight. Hurricanus is going for that wave gate skip as well, and he gets it within 5 missiles. Meanwhile, Jax is going to go check Dark Cross. Now, there's an item. The Wave Beam could be a Dark Cross. Why, thank you, chat. That means a lot. Oh, it's a big 20. Never mind. We've already seen it. Make me a liar. That's why we have the trackers, Miss Metroid and Polar Bear Money, keeping me honest, because I can't pay attention to everything at once. I try.
And I tried my best too, even though I'm not familiar with the game. But Super Metroid.
Now, to answer another comment from chat, Azzy the Demon, the hard logic for the Super Metroid Link to the Past Combo Randomizer only applies to the Super Metroid side of things. The logic for Link to the Past is always the same, because we haven't changed that yet. Yet, keyword. The Ice Beam, I think it does not put Norfair Reserve into logic, but it might. I don't know. But they also have Morph Ball Bombs and can get Speed Booster, or can get Speed Booster and Space Jump without before going there. So, in theory, it is logical. Waterfall Fairy having just 5 arrow capacity and a 5 bomb capacity upgrade. That's exciting. Zoraledge just having a heart container. Probably not going to be getting that.
Probably not.
Meanwhile, Atium's taking down the Ghost of Argus, or at least he's trying to. He's looking pretty red, so he's going to die soon. One super missile, probably one super missile from death. And there he goes, and the King Zora just having a heart, another heart. So there's 2 heart containers in the Zora's domain. King of Scams, 500 rupees for a heart container, totally not worth it.
I mean, it's free. It's a free heart, so it's worth it in my book.
It's definitely not free if it's 500 rupees, my friend. 500 rupees is not free.
I know, but
Somebody's got to pay for it.
It's a heart. I like hearts.
True. Heart containers, especially when we only have less than 10, definitely worth it. Because even in red mail, Ganon still hurts.
At least a Ganon hug on red mail is not like 8 hearts or something.
No, I think it's 2? 3? I know it's a ridiculous amount. I think it's 6 on blue mail. I know his fire bats do 3 hearts of damage. I got hit by one earlier.
It's 3 if you take
3 on red mail, 6 on blue, and 8 on green. Yeah, that's what I thought. It hurts a lot. Now, Error is going to take that space jump and go through the gauntlet and be disappointed by what he finds here. But I wonder where our runner's going to go next. I think that they'll probably zip through Meridia and clear that out, and maybe even go to the Dark World via the Meridia portal, but I could be wrong. It may just be advantageous just to clear Super Metroid while we're here, and just because we can do the whole thing. We have the ability to fully clear Super Metroid. We might as well while we're here. So to answer a question in the chat, Mr. Nintendo 97 is asking, so how does this work? So basically, the Lord and Savior Total decided to try and put these two games together into one NES cartridge and make it work. Now, the best thing about his magical little devices is that these two games happen to share separate memory locations on a Super NES cartridge, so that both of them can coexist in on the same cartridge. I think it might have been intended by the developers to make a combination cartridge sometime, but they never got around to it. So the fact that the games take up separate locations on the memory of the cartridge allows them to both coexist in the same ROM. So all it took was a little bit of hocus pocus for us to be able to link both games together.
I believe they are set up in low ROM. If I want to get a bit technical with SNES cartridge data, I believe they're set up as low ROM, but I am not entirely sure.
I am not a technical guru. I fix broken people, not broken things, so I have no idea about technology, stuff like that. All I know is that the technical guru, Total, figured that out and merged the two games together. He smashed them together, put them on one ROM, and now you can play both games together. They're linked by 4 portals between the two games. One in Criteria, which takes you to the fortune teller's hut outside of Link's house. One in Upper Norfair, which takes you to Death Mountain. One in Lower Norfair, which takes you to Misery Mire. And one in Meridia, which takes you to the Dark Ice Rod Cave. And that is how you transition between the two games. You can also do a hard reset or soft reset by using the LR start select command to reset the game to go back to the ship at any time.
Both banks are set up as low ROM.
Okay, that's definitely interesting.
And then there's actually our answer from chat. Uses X high ROM to mash them together.
Yes, Mr. Nintendo, you start in Super Metroid. That way you can customize your controls and have them, do however you want to set up your controllers. And then usually the runners go straight to Link to the Past because there's far more checks available to you in the beginning of Link to the Past rather than Super Metroid. There's Edium coming up on his Moon Pearl. Meanwhile, Hyrachinus is farming up super missiles from these rippers. I don't know what they're called. They're fast rippers. I don't know. Frippers? I have no idea. But they have a very high chance of dropping super missiles, so this is a great place to farm them, especially if you're going to be journeying down to fight Ridley. They're Ripper 2s. Okay. I love you, chat. You guys know what you're talking about, and I have no idea. I just make things up as I go along. red Ripper should be called peppers or zippers. I mean that's fair. And here we are in Misery Mire. We have our pendants. Blue pendant on Misery Mire, green pendant on Swamp. Everything else is a blue crystal. So we will be needing that ice rod today. Hopefully we find that red cane so we can do our nice icebreaker glitch through Ice Palace. And then it is the Quake Medallion to open up Misery Mire. And there's our final pair of footwear in the high jump boots in the Mire Shed. Now, they may not seem like much, but high jump boots definitely make a difference. And there's our red boomerang in Checkerboard Cave, which Recness is like, yes sir, I do want that. I don't know why. Maybe for better menuing. I mean, it's a lot. I guess it gets us to check the stun prize. So I mean,
Or if we didn't have the flippers, splash delete.
Splash deletion would also work. Yeah, that's definitely a more technical glitch, but it is definitely interesting to watch.
I would feel like it would be. He would have picked it up just for the sake of having a better menu, because if you have a menu like just all over the place menu, it becomes a real pain to menu just efficiently.
It's inefficient, yeah, exactly. Having a full menu lets you move your cursor far better, because you can't highlight empty spaces like you can in Majora's Mask and other games. So you have to skip over them, and it makes your button pressing awkward. I agree with 2D Tones. Red meringue is the best meringue. And the Desert Palace is indeed boots locked. Luckily, we found them before we got here. The big key was sitting on the torch. And it looked like the small key is probably going to be here in this chest here. Or he's going to go right past it. He forgot a key. You forgot to get the key, Heracnus. Go get it. Thou shalt not pass.
Yep, it's gonna be in that center room.
I'm also going to agree with Miss Metroid and say that lemon meringue is the best meringue, because she's definitely right. Lemon meringue pie is delicious. Now I'm hungry.
I mean, I just had a bowl of cereal like right next to me.
I crave sugar.
And I crave bacon.
We'll get bacon later once we kill Ganon.
Good, because I need him for breakfast tomorrow.
Outstanding. So with that fire rod, we do have the ability to full clear desert, so we're going to go to the back and get that first 5-6 crystal out of the way. And now we have lamp. Oh, we also have lamp, so I guess that's true. But we have the ability to full clear our 5-6 crystals very early, so that means that there could be something on Pyramid Fairy. Like a hammer. Which, if there is a hammer on Pyramid Fairy, that logically requires you to kill Aga. Which would be hilarious, I'm not gonna lie. Arachnus has his silver arrows, but his tracker says he doesn't. Tisk trackers, you're slacking. Down goes Landmo with a silver arrow to the head. Bang, bang, bang.
It's always satisfying to get that 1, 2, 3 cycle on just those silver arrows.
It is beautiful to see. It's definitely the fastest way to kill him is just to zero cycle him like that. I always manage to screw it up. Now that Hyrachinus is done in Desert, he's going to dip back into Super Metroid and go kill Ridley. But first, he's going to check out to see what's in Gold Terizo here. Big Bird, as we like to call him.
If there's Big Bird, then where's Oscar the Grouch?
It's a good question. Well, I mean, the man under the bridge kind of lives in garbage, so that might be him. He decided to move out of a trash can. The grouchiest boss, Vitreous, for sure.
No, the grouchiest boss is Catfish.
That's not really a boss, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's a grouchy catfish, even if it's not a boss.
That's true. He is pretty grouchy. So we're back to farming some super missiles from these Ripper 2s. Or zippers. We're going to call them zippers from now on just because it's awesome. I'd like to at least leave my mark on the community and have it, have my name be remembered for something. Even though I wasn't the one to come up with zippers, I can make it popular. Can always flake fipper, that's true. Flake fippering is definitely fun. Try saying that 3 times fast.
I just tried doing that and part of me wants to say fake flipper. And so I'm not flake fipper.
Yeah, I know. Trust me. Yeah, the helmless Harmway, I love it. That's definitely one of the good ones. I think we've all been guilty about doing that one, though, Zeruvian.
I want to say I did something similar to that, but I can't remember what I said.
I'm just lucky I haven't cursed on speed gaming yet. I just have a feeling that the more times I do it, the more inevitable it happens. I'm trying. I'm real careful. I worry about it. I'm scared about it because I don't want to make Miss Metroid angry at me. She's the boss lady.
And she's also one of our trackers too. We should definitely give them a follow.
Definitely give Polar Bear Buddy and Miss Metroid a follow. They're the ones clicking the buttons behind the scene, keeping us honest. Even though I'm a pretty good liar.
I mean, we can't also like talk about our crew without talking about our runners too. We should give them a follow too. Hyrachinus, Era72, Edium, and Juxfrog. They're doing a good job and they're playing the seed out and sticking it through. All that. Definitely give them a follow.
Yes, definitely. If it wasn't for these runners, we wouldn't have a show to put on for you guys tonight. And even if we do have the runners, sometimes we don't have the show for you tonight. So just be thankful that we're here, putting on this great show today with this crazy generous seed. Even when we had a crew and a crowd yesterday, we still got kicked off of all the channels because, there's tournaments going on all over the place. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to say, here's a channel for a weekly when there's actual tournaments going on.
And that Metroid Prime tournament just started up, like, literally not too long ago.
And here's Ridley.
Around the, what, 112 mark?
Yeah, Super Metroid's a very quick game when you have all the items necessary to clear it. Ridley's not being very nice with his pogo pattern, though. There we go. Just pump those super missiles in. So Ridley has 18,000 health and takes double damage from super missiles, so you only need 30 of them to kill him. And then you just get picked up by him and he self-destructs. I don't know why. Whoever came up with that idea is brilliant. I'm fairly certain Ridley's dead. There he goes. Tootie Tones, clearly you've never seen my streams. I don't know how I'm able to shut it off either, but I do, so. And Ridley is guarding for us today. The hammer? Nope, just bombs. That's unfortunate. Yeah, bomb capacity upgrade, I guess. That's kind of nice. And Error is giving us a look at Thieves Town. I don't think we've seen this yet. No, he's the only one who has Dark World access so far. So yeah, this is definitely our first look into the Dark World. Besides seeing the glimpse of Misery Mire, this is the first Dark World dungeon we'll see cleared. It looks like. We may not be able to full clear it, though, because we don't have that hammer. Which I'm kind of hoping is in Pyramid Fairy. Just for entertainment value purposes only. To be fair, even in the Link to the Past side, we are a mere 4 items possibly from Go Mode, which is kind of crazy. We have Master Sword, that's the only sword we logically need to beat the game. We have, all we need to get is Red Cane, Hookshot, Ice Rod, and that hammer.
Yeah, just 4 away from Go Mode.
That's kind of crazy, especially this early. Hammer at Shack. With the grapple beam and lower Norfair? Man, that's mean.
But I've seen stuff happen with Shack Tool. Like for my first comm, it literally was Shack Pearl on a hard logic seed, which was suitless Meridian required. And then it followed that up with a Hookshot on pad.
Those are the things nightmares are made of. And I do remember that seed. That was entertainment at its finest. Correctness giving that cheeseburger a long look before leaving it there. I'll be right back.
It's like from my delayed screen, EDM is also doing that one trick with the clipping of the door.
My apologies. I thought I heard an intruder in my house. Had to go investigate.
Oh, it's all right. I was there, just slightly.
So we found a hook shot on the Smiths. And Stumpy has our single arrow. And that's what Error thinks of that. So Error is definitely he definitely has a strong advantage right now with having those myths and getting those myths out of Eastern Palace early. Definitely opens up the whole world for him.
Eddie will soon gonna get the goodies from off of Crockemeyer.
Flippers were on Speed Booster. Meanwhile, the bow is right outside in the missile above Speed Booster. And here comes a hype cave. Could it possibly be hype at this point? I doubt it.
I doubt it as well, even especially after everything we saw in this curly game.
There's not much left available for this to be hype. There's a mushroom. That's great. Oh, it's got the hammer!
Oh,
What?
I stand corrected.
What? Oh, burn the witch! Burn the witch!
Burn the witch!
Zerubian calling that out. Wow! So that's an ice rod and a red cane away from go mode. Holy cow! This seed is so generous. My goodness. And there's the magic cape in Gary's lunchbox. That's awesome. Yeah, the only problem with that is the ice rod can literally be anywhere except for behind Trinex. So the ice rod could be chilling on Ped, it could be on Shack Tool, it could be in its vanilla location on Laser Bridge. I mean, it could be anywhere. Meanwhile, Heraknus is going to give us our first look into the upper portions of Meridia, where we're going to see the beach and the watering hole. There's $300 there. That's kind of nice. Error has a red cane. Where'd he get that?
Wait, red cane?
Where did he pick up a red cane at? I didn't even see that.
I swear, I think I saw it off of, I believe, the Smiths? I could be wrong. Oh, no, the front
it
of
was in the front of Thieves Town. Holy cow, I didn't even see it. Okay, so we're just on Ice Rod from Comb Mode. Yay! Ice Rod hunts are always fun.
Yay, Ice Rod hunts!
Even the seasoned Link to the Past runners know what that's like. Hey, if I didn't notice an item, call me out on it. If I didn't see... What the heck happened to Jax? Well, his portal's stuck there. You ain't getting back to that, buddy. I got no problem being yelled at by chat if I missed an item. It happens a lot, so don't... there's the ice rod. Errors in go mode. Potentially. If Turtle Rock is Bombos, that's it.
Yeah, all hinges on that Bombos. Just if that is Bombos, we're in go mode around the 123 mark or 124 area. Otherwise, the game continues.
This is madness. I mean, I've seen some SMZ3s before that are jet, but this is insanity. Okay, yeah, this is Sparta. I get it. I know. I get it. Is it Bombos? Are we in go mode? It is! It's an hour 24-minute go mode for Super Metroid Link to the Past combo randomizer.
What is this?
Holy cow!
Jet scene much?
What is this?
Jet scene much?
Nito is gonna be the guaranteed roller of seeds from now on. This seed is so free. Now we get to go mode 6 crystal dungeons.
That is like so absurd. You're go moding 6 crystal dungeons, and on top of that, at least for on the air side, it's got a go mode Dragon, gotta go mode Ridley, and Link, you missed it. Air will be finished with the seed.
Yeah, to make life a little bit easier, having Charge Beam and Plasma Beam on the Super Metroid side and having another sword on the Link to the Past side would make this great. But, I mean, they've got 6 dungeons they still have to clear, so there's probably a chance of them finding at least something like that along the way. This is the crazy fastest seed I've ever seen. I don't know if I've ever seen a seed quite this fast before. I mean, this is literally everything is right in the way. We got red mail, both suits, master sword, silver arrows. I mean, you can kill Ganon with that. It's not the easiest fight, but
it's still possible. I mean, 28 spins. Eric could do that. I know it.
But do you want to?
I mean, yeah, preferably you want the Tempered Sword, but
no, ideally you want the Gold Sword because that's the greatest sword in the game. But I get the point. The jump between Master and Tempered is so large that it's hard not to go for that Tempered Sword, unless it's in a really obscure place like Pedestal or some kind of nonsense like that.
Right, and to be fair, there will be a point where you will have to be dealing with Tempered a Master Sword Silver's fights. It's just 28 spins, and it is fairly slower compared to the Tempered Sword, where you can just waylay a Ganon without having to do any pesky spins or anything.
Now the real challenge is Silverless Master Sword Ganon. That is miserable.
Yeah, that is where the true challenge is. If you're able to do a Master Sword Silverless Ganon, then you're set for life.
seen it done. I can't do it yet. I can do master or silver lists, but not master sword silver lists. Looks like Hrekness is going to be using some speed booster tech on Dragon here. Going to use some short charging, maybe or not. I lied. Make me a liar. So all it takes is 20 supers for Dragon to go down. Jack's getting trolled by a Dead Rock, the unofficial mascot of Link to the Past. They just like to get in the way. So our wave beam was at Precious Missiles, which is right outside of Dragon. Yeah, I didn't see it, but now that you mention it, Hrekness' beam did look a little strange there. So yeah, that's... Yeah, logical access was backdoor Meridia. That's crazy. It's amazing how good sequence breaks can work in this game. Now, unfortunately, Era's the only one who knows that he's in go mode. Like, I mean, obviously nobody else knows he is, but he's the only one who's found all the items in the right way. He's made the correct routing decisions every step of the way here, and just galaxy brained this seed. He's not even checking Laser Bridge. He's just going. He's quite literally in go mode. He ain't messing around anymore.
Yeah, Era's just flying. He's going straight for Trinex.
He's got a fairy in a bottle as a safety, but that's it.
So we off to Master Sword Trinex, which in itself is a tricky fight. Just needs 10 hits, but it's gonna opt for hammer strats.
And he let the floor get dirty. He's gonna have to mirror out. He's not gonna have enough magic to finish this fight.
Yeah, I missed a couple fire rod shots there.
I think he's got one shot left in that ice rod. Oh, and he's got to kill the boss here, or it's game. Yep, that's game. He did not exit, so he has to mirror all the way back to the big chest. That's tough.
Yeah, hate to see it. I've had scenes before where I am on Master Sword and I don't have a lot of magic to get to the rest of the fight, so I gotta get through that. And I think that one time I forfeited.
Yeah, the hardest part is just no magic drops, so you have to go find one, which is really stupid. If he had a flute, it would have been easier to get a refill before coming up here, but he didn't, so he had to walk. However, Hrekness did find a sword in the plasma beam location, so he's going to be a little bit better off once he gets to this point. Now, Orange Koopo, in the combo randomizer, all bottles that are found empty. So there will be no green potions found anywhere in this dungeon. Half magic would have been worth finding, yes. And we are being joined by Speed Gaming main channel with a raid of 58 people. Welcome to the SMZ3 weekly community race. We are an hour and 33 minutes into what has been quite possibly the fastest SMZ3 seed I have ever seen.
Yeah, pretty much the embodiment of a jet seed right here in the tense of Super Metroid. Thanks to the past combo randomizer, Air is going to refight Trinex after running out of magic. Your runners here are Correctness, Air, Edium, and Jexrock. Want to give them a follow? Please do so. They deserve all the attention that they get, and their names out there for the world to see. And you're listening to Professor Render and Semper Firedog on the commentary team, along with Miss Metroid and Polar Bear Bunny on the tracking side. Give us a follow as well.
The safety door is definitely a good call for Error. He doesn't want to have to go all the way back through this trash again. And I don't blame him. I mean, not taking it the first time, not a bad call, but not taking it the second time would just be foolish. Because every time you lose, you're losing time. And you've got such an advantage on the rest of the pack that you want to make this as good as possible. All right, Trinex round 2. Right, down goes the Firehead. Now it's just onto the Ice Head. You gotta be careful, don't miss too many shots! Make them count.
Fire is notorious for being ridiculously fast, so gotta make those shots have to land here.
I don't know if he's gonna have this. He doesn't have enough magic to shoot again.
Ugh, you hate to see it.
Trinex is a bore. It's really just a big jerk with 3 heads.
Personally, I like to go for the setup where I just do Master Sword strats, and then once I get 3 slashes, Master Sword slashes on the Firehead, I just go straight for the Ice Head. That way it prevents it from throwing ice on the field.
Yeah, because nobody likes that. I mean, there's the potential that half magic is on Laser Bridge, but I mean, I'm gonna say it's probably not, but it could be. I mean, I'm not gonna doubt where the item locations are. Okay, down goes the nope. Down goes the Firehead with his Hammer Strike here. It's funny how Trinex isn't killing him; he's just losing out. I mean, he keeps the Ice Head from shooting this time. Oh, never mind, I lied. It looked like he was gonna get it. I will say he's definitely being tenacious. And down goes the Ice Head, so now he just has to kill the main head without dying. Thank God he doesn't need magic anymore. Correctness is an Eastern Palace, which means he's going to get his mitts here. Down goes Trinex for Error. 3rd time's a charm. For a burrito.
But at least that will be Error's 2nd crystal.
Yes. And now he can do whatever he wants. He's got so many things to check. I'm gonna say yes that Correctness did full clear Meridia because he did go to Plasma Beam, but he did not go to Shack Tool. because he lacks the grapple beam. However, he could have ice clipped if he really wanted to, but I don't think that Shack Tool can have anything of value at this point. And we obviously know he's not needed for go mode, but he might have plasma beam or something. Jack's taking down Ridley. Ragnar is about to pick up his Titan Myths from the big chest here. Having that tempered sword in the first dungeon of the game is kind of overpowered. Error headed straight for the back of Skull was going to go straight to Mothula. Does not collect go, or does not pass go, does not collect $200. He's just going.
Going straight for free parking, which just collects a bunch of money if you're playing against what free parking actually is.
He's going to one of the most well-balanced bosses in the entire game. Mothula, I hate him.
Yeah,
he manages to kill me no matter how strong I am.
Yeah, Mothula is a jerk. But the way that the way that the devs programmed Mothula is that it will any damage above tempered sword damage, i.e. gold sword damage, and also spike damage will cancel the hit. So you gotta hit him in a way where he won't be in the spikes, and it's right out of it's on the open, and you don't have a tempered or gold sword in hand. If you're playing the vanilla version, where in the randomizer, the guys who made the Link to the Past randomizer said, well, that's clearly a bug, so we'll just make the gold sword do tempered sword damage instead.
Yes. Now, the tempered sword and gold sword spins still do gold sword damage and does not do any damage to him at all. But he clutches it out with a quarter of a heart left. Very, very close fight from Error, but he does have a fairy in a bottle. However, still very nice for his third crystal.
Now, if this wasn't a Toho boss, like, I don't know what it is.
I'm not familiar with Toho.
All you need to know is that there's lots of bullets. There is lots of bullets.
Oh, that sounds like a fun game then. So now he's gonna go do the Hera, or the Pod Eastern combo. That stupid grabby hand trying to pull the Harkness back to the beginning of the dungeon, which, I mean, fortunately for him, it's the same room he's standing in. However, it would also reset the enemies of the room, which is no fun. Error picked up our favorite extortionist, Kiki the Monkey.
Yeah, that Givdo room is quite annoying if you don't have any capable weapons to take care of it.
Yeah, Gibdos don't die easy, except unless you have a fire rod, but that costs magic.
It takes 4 tempered sword swings to kill them.
And they're mean. They do a lot of damage too. I think it's 2 hearts on Green Mill. maybe 3 hearts. I don't know. It hurts. All I know is that a Gibdo hug hurts like a son of a gun.
It takes 2 hearts on green mail, blue mail is 1, and red mail is half.
Well, at least they're not like the ones in Ocarina of Time where they like to sit on your head and strangle you to death. I guess that's the best way to put it in a family-friendly way. Jack's Rock about to get his bow and his flippers. Surprise. Upper North Fair being loaded tonight. Error making his way through Pod. He's looking for that big key because it's what he needs to get to the boss. That was a very, very clean fight for correctness on Moldo. Mafula.
Mafudor.
I like it. One of the M bosses. Etium's already on the King Helmsaur fight. I did not see where the big key was because I was not watching his screen, but unfortunately, it's somewhere in this dungeon. We'll find it. I'm gonna guess it's in the dark basement. Our tracker's saying she bets it's not on Helma. Yes, it's probably true.
Because that actually makes logically no sense.
The book was in the big key chest, so it's probably... Or in the big chest, excuse me, not the big key chest. So that means the big key is in the dark maze. That's exciting. So basically, even in Go mode, you have to full clear this dungeon. That's outstanding. There it is! Wow, what a terrible place for it to be.
Yeah, that also logically means that you're unable to do a hammer yum, because I believe we saw 5 keys out of the front. That's usually a telltale sign that that big key's in the back.
You're probably right. I did not pay close enough attention to see where the keys were. I'm sorry, Chad. I'm slacking.
I'm used to pod key logic that I can actually break it down. At minimum, there's a minimum of 4 keys that is needed in the front. You can also there's a possibility that you can find 5 keys in the front, and that means that there's a big key in the back. And there are a total of 6 keys. If you find all 6 keys before heading to Harmless Hellway, you'll find at least something that's not a key.
Perhaps he never turned the silvers on? There's no way he skipped the silver arrows. You don't turn away an item that's that free. So I'd be willing to bet he does have them. He may turn them on for the boss here in Eastern Palace. We'll see shortly. I don't know why he shot that poor innocent pot. It didn't do anything to him. Yeah, he just doesn't. Either he forgot that he has them, or he just doesn't care. Either way, that was a pretty darn close, pretty darn quick Armos Knight's kill.
Very smooth, quick kill for Edia.
And a shout out to Vix Ryder, raiding him with his party of 3 people. Welcome to the party. This is the SMZ3 Community Weekly Race. With Era 72 currently holding the biggest advantage as he is in Ben and Go mode for about 20 minutes now.
Yeah, we had like a 124 Go mode, finding out that Bombos was in fact required for Turtle Rock. That's the only medallion that we have so far.
And that was free at either Etikun or 230 missiles. I think it was Etikun's. If I recall correctly, I could be wrong. I mean, I forget things all the time, so, you know. Tracker confirming it was Etikun Supers. Yay, I was right. I remember it being on a Chozo statue, that's all I know. It was a Chozo statue where the Chozo statue was facing to the right, so... It could have been, any one of those. And there's another coin. I have no idea which one it was. Okay, I lied. Chozo statue, not a Chozo statue. My bad. I don't know. I'm crazy. It happens.
That was the Ether medallion.
Ether! Not necessary, but it looks cool, I guess. If you like lightning bolts.
See, even if I'm behind by like a couple seconds, I can still help.
Oh yeah. And you get a clearer picture because the restream is far clearer than the commentary restream. So I mean, my resolution is a lot worse because I'm getting it faster. There's our 4th sword in Ice Palace. Wow. I really hope Error picks that one up.
Yeah, that's the biggest question. Will Error actually take the time to go and get that Ice Palace sword?
He has to go through that room, so he may very well pick it up because he's going to be looking for the keys. Because I still think even with Icebreaker, you need some keys to get to the bottom.
There is a key in that underneath the big tile in the giant Stalfos room after the big key chest.
That is true.
Speaking of Icebreaker, Eddie on my delayed side is doing it right now.
Yes, and he successfully gets it very quickly. Very smoothly done, very nicely executed.
Icebreaker makes Ice Palace a lot more tolerable.
It breaks ice. It's wonderful. Probably the best glitch that I've ever learned. Well, that and doing the EG to Echo 1 and the Death Mountain Ascent with boots. Because I hate climbing up those stairs. It's so much easier just to clip into Era. Now, those are overworld glitches that are banned on races like this, but they're fun to do when you're not racing.
That or if you're playing a no logic seed in Zelda 3 Randomizer.
I'm not that talented. No way.
Me neither.
I'm going to disagree with chat and say that the cheese sword is better than the pepperoni sword, but that's just me.
But cheese and pepperoni is really good.
You're not wrong. That's what I had for dinner. Of course, it was on pizza.
Of course, the good old pepperoni pizza.
Now, is Error gonna pick up? Nope, he's not getting that sword. That's unfortunate. He's gonna hate himself for missing it. Meanwhile, Eddie put a clinic on the cold stare puffballs. So the first sword was in Link's house. The second sword was in Old Mother Brain. The third sword we found was in Plasma Beam, and the fourth one was in Ice Palace. First chest of Ice Palace. Chances are Heracnus will get a butter sword, yeah. Error having a little bit of difficulty setting up the icebreaker glitch. And he gets it.
Yeah, setting up icebreaker is kind of tricky if you're not familiar with how to set it up. It's essentially you're extending a door state to pass the point where that big wall separating the door and the big key chest, and by careful manipulation of Link's positioning in the door, and also something like an obstruction like the cane block, you can make it so that the door state you're in extends past the intended door.
It's definitely an interesting glitch, and it's very amusing to watch, because you just walk through a wall like it's not even there. It's kind of cool. Heracnus saying, I don't want that energy tank. Shove off, you. I don't want it. Now, luckily for Error 72, he does have the Bombos Medallion. Otherwise, he would not be able to do this fight. Because in order to do this fight, you need a full magic bar for a fire rod to get through the ice shell. But Bombos also melts the shell, so that's kind of nice. Now we just have to dance with the puffballs and kill them slowly with Master Sword, but they're gonna die. You have attrition on your side. You have Fairy in a bottle. You got Master Sword spins. It's just a matter of patience. Down goes one. Down goes two. Down goes three. And I believe that is Error's 6th crystal, because he did do Eastern Palace. Tracker probably just ate the inputs because the tracker program likes to do that. Error 72, Polar Bear Bunny. Now, the only problem Error has here... Does he have the book? No. So the only way he can get to Desert Palace right now is via the Lower Norfair portal. He has no other way to get there. Though I am terribly curious to know where he's going. He's gonna go back to Meridia.
Oh, and to answer a question in the chat, the hammer was found in the Hype Cave.
I suspect this is actually a good play. He's going to do Meridia and then do Lower Norfair. Come out of Lower Norfair in the Mire area to do Desert. It's not terrible routing. I mean, it's just what you have to do right now, because we haven't had any sight of the flute or any other way to get to the Mire area. We don't have the book, or we do have the book, but I don't remember where it was. Somebody has the book. I just don't know who. because it's not tracked.
Yeah, and besides, we don't really need that flute anyway, because I believe you can still get to Meyer just through Super Metroid.
Yes, you can go through Lower North Fair portal to get to the Super Metroid, to get to Meyer. But flute makes it a lot easier, a lot quicker. Aaron saw the wave and he was like, wait, I'm gonna go get that. That's kind of helpful. Okay, so this item here for Reckness is gonna put him in go mode. At 1 hour, 58 minutes, and 55 seconds, Reckness has entered go mode. He just doesn't know it yet.
Yeah, just gotta make that climb up to Turtle Rock to find out.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have Ice Rod yet. My bad.
Oh,
I lied.
Never mind. Yep, that's true.
You're right.
And the Ice Rod was close by.
Yeah, it's in Paradox Cave? Paradox Cave.
Paradox Cave, yes. I'm saying error going through the Keiko love sequence before the Dragon fight.
Yes, indeed.
The little Easter egg that one of the developers put in as a little love letter to their girlfriends at the time.
Yeah, and Reckness is going to go turn in the big red bomb. Gonna go blow up the Pyramid Fairy and see what she's got for us today. Probably a whole lot of nothing. Down goes Dragon for error. Yadium just picked up his Ice Rod. But has not been to Norfair to get his Fire Rod. He is a Fire Rod away from go mode. 5 arrow capacity to 5 bomb capacity. Hey, wait a minute. Isn't that what the Waterfall Fairy had too? Both of our fairies have the exact same drops?
I don't know, actually. I didn't notice that.
What is this game? This is crazy. Okay, Error taking down Dragon. He's leaving leaving Meridia now. He's gonna make his way to Lower North Fair, probably via the business center in Upper North Fair. If I had to guess. Or not. So now Hurricanus is going to make his way through Pod. Got to make his way all the way to the big key in the Dark Maze. And as suspected, Error is going to head into Lower North Fair via the business center in Upper North Fair. This is the fastest way to get there without having flute.
Yeah, and that will actually get Error over to Desert Palace, be the final crystal necessary to complete the seed. Or at least complete the Link to the Past side of this seed.
Yeah, and then he'll dip back into Lower Norfair and go kill Ridley while he's down there. It's just one nice loop to fill it in. And then once he does get back to Link to the Past from Lower Norfair, that is when we will start a specific guessing game that we like to play. Ether Tablet just having $50 on it today. We're 2 hours in. Miss Metroid is plugging in the commands to show off our runners. Give them a follow. Without them, we wouldn't have this show to put on for you guys. You can also give the trackers Miss Metroid and Polar Bear Bunny a follow, as they are the ones behind the scenes keeping the buttons clicked, keeping us honest, keeping track of things wherever they may be. You can also give myself, Semper Fire Dog, and Professor Renderer a follow, as we're here giving you play-by-play as best we can.
And Spring Ball and Hera.
Spring Ball?
Spring Ball and Hera. But yeah, give me and Semper Fire Dog a follow. We deserve all the love and affection from you guys in the chats. I've been doing a lot of open key sanity as of late. At least practicing open key sanity as of late. Going to give that a shot.
I kind of hope to get into cross keys at some point, but I don't know how long it's going to take me to get into that. Okay, so here we go. Error is trying to do a wave gate glitch again. Excuse me, not a wave gate glitch, but this is a green gate glitch. This is a little bit similar to the wave gate glitch with missiles, only this time you have to use supers. And he gets it fairly quickly, actually. That was pretty well done. And Error is going to make his way over to Desert Palace and clear that out. And we still haven't found that Quake Medallion, so holy cow. Freckness! Why you do this? Ain't nothing like a little bit of anxiety-inducing beeps to get you going.
The good old double beeps. A restreamer's nightmare.
You know these runners do that intentionally.
Yeah, I know that.
They do it just to poke us in the ribs a little bit. All right, now we don't have to listen to that anymore.
Hooray! And everything in the world is a lot more safer now.
It's alright, Zeruvian. I did the tracker's job for them and changed the audio to the person and go mode. Even though it's a little bit late, I haven't been paying attention as closely as I should have. I guess even I had to pick up their slack from time to time. All right, he's going. Error's going for fire rod strats on Lanmo. And barring that, he's going to go for Silvers to finish him off. And that's our 7th crystal on Area side. We're not playing guessing game yet. I'll let you know when we do.
Yep, just gotta take down Ridley, and Air will be on their way over to Ganon's Tower.
Gotta get past that mirror bonk first, though. That's the true final boss. Jex Rock not happy with that hammer location.
Yeah. Yeah, one of those spots that you would not think to be there. After all this time. About 2 hours in.
Now, we do have enough ammunition to take down the brain, which is kind of nice. So we don't have to be really looking for that charge beam anywhere. But Error is making his way up the worst room in the game. I look forward to seeing his Master Sword strats on Ganon when we get there. That'll be very interesting. And we're zipping by the Three Musketeers very easily with the screw attack in hand. Makes getting through lower nerf air extraordinarily easy. You just jump through enemies. Not even checking the power bombs is a shame. Like Error is not checking anything else on this way out. He's just going. He ain't stopping for nothing.
Yeah, Air is committed to finishing this seed. This has been a completely just seed. And yeah, Air did have trouble in Shrine X. The rest of the game has been just smooth sailing.
Also, it may not be tracked, but it does look like that Etium does have that speed booster.
Air onto the Ridley fight.
Bum 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 bum. Nice intense music for the giant red dactyl. Dragon dactyl? I don't know. Sounds like a dactyl, looks like a dragon, I guess.
Except we already killed Dragon.
Yeah, it's more like a shrimp, though.
True. A space pelican.
Space pelican. I like it. With the self-destruct button when you pick up a morph ball. Who knew? I think the space pirates wouldn't have programmed that in him. Like, come on, guys.
But down goes Ridley for Air. Now is a good enough time to start up that game that we all like to play. There are 21 chests and a torch to make up a total of 22 possible item checks. One of them will have the big key in Ganon's Tower. So for 1 to 22, get your guesses in chat. What do you think the big key might end up showing? And I'm going to make the guess of 16.
My guess is always 19. Always 19, because 19 is a number of power. I know most people think I'm doing it to be cruel, but 16 or 19 is just a good number for me. I don't win very often with it, but I always pick it.
I only chose 16 because I guess powers are 2.
Nice.
Well, powers are 2.
Interesting choice. Two cubed, huh? Wait. No. 2 to the 4th?
2 to the 4th is 16.
Right.
2 cubed is 8.
2 cubed is 8, right. My math is bad. I'm a little rusty.
That's why I'm taking trigonometry in college. Starting next, like this coming week, actually. Starting college around Thursday.
Have fun with that.
Yay! Computer science.
It's not a bad way to go. Education is good for you, kids. Stay in school. Even though most people who watch these games are probably older or as old as I am. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is. Alright, Error 72 has cleared Lower Norfair, and he's on his way to Death Mountain, where he will be really close to Turtle Rock, or not Turtle Rock, Ganon's Tower. So get your final guesses in now. We've only got about another minute and a half, 2 minutes before Error makes it to Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, all guesses will close as soon as Error crosses into Ganon's Tower, enters it fully, and with 21 chests of torch separating Error from getting the big key and putting the seed.
See, I'm a health science major, so I got all the biology and biochemistry stuff going on in my brain, so it doesn't help me here.
And me, I'm more about C++ and Python and Lua and all that.
And I'm more into saving your life if you get into a car wreck.
That's always nice to have.
It doesn't pay well, but it's not always about money.
It's about saving lives. That's what matters.
Anyway, the little bit of trivia that I'll give you guys today is that the pulmonary artery is the only artery in the body that does not carry oxygenated blood.
Huh.
There's your little tidbit for the day.
Interesting.
Meanwhile, Error is quickly ascending to Ganon's Tower. He's just making his way as fast as he can. He's stopping to get chests here. He skipped a whole bunch, but now he's looking desperately for something. I don't know what. He's probably looking for that sword that he's not going to find. I give him props. Going to Master Sword Ganon is a terrifying prospect in my eyes.
Me, I just see it as just business.
I suppose.
Because
you're far more versed in the Link to the Past side than I am.
Yeah. Actually, I'll give a bit of a fun fact since you did your fun fact. The Python language was actually named after the BBC comedy show Monty Python's Flying Circus.
Oh, it's a Monty Python thing, huh? That's interesting.
Yeah.
So 1 and 2, not it. Could it be the elusive 3 on the torch? No. Of course not. Number 4 is a small key. Number 5 is a small key. There's a lot of keys. The stun prizes, fairies. 6 is half magic. Oh, that's a nice find. That's gonna make the Ganon fight just a little bit easier.
Yeah, you'd love to see half magic in GT.
I bet he's gonna keep looking for that sword too. There it is! Number 8?
Yeah,
number 8.
Yep, number 8 with couple people guessing it, but the first one to guess it was Shin Strider X with Zeruvian. Oh, that was 6. Right, never mind. Zen of Rio being the other one who had guessed it right.
That's a nice, close find. Yes, it was 8 Zeruvian. You had 2 on the right and then 5 on the left. Then the 8th one was the find, so... I know how to count. Jeez.
Right, I don't know how to count because I thought Zeruvian guessed 8 when he said 6.
I can count all the way to potato. That's a interesting challenge. The flute on Laser Bridge, that's a great place for it to be. After we don't need it anymore. I didn't see it there, but I mean, if you're saying it was, then I believe you, chat. Oh, error! Oh, no! Taking a death in the gauntlet, but he's got a fairy in a bottle, so that's lucky. And hopefully he can nab the one that just eluded him. I would wait to get off this stupid ice floor to try to get one of those. Because ice floors are a pain.
Yeah, if you don't know how to handle ice physics, those take quite a while to... Those are going to be a pain.
Yeah, they're not fun. The bomb jumps to get out of Meridia or Dragon's room can be required. In this case, they are not. Not technically, anyway, because we can't have it. We do have access to the space jump, but Edium has not been to behind Crocomire yet. So. At this point, it'd be easier to do a gravity jump than the bomb jumps, but, you know, that's just me. Meanwhile, Error is tearing through the gauntlet of Ganon's tower like it's not even there.
Arachnus activating the flute.
Yeah, you can short charge if you know how. I'm not in that category of people who knows how to do a short charge. But he made it out.
Oh, picked up the 2 fairies after trying to catch one of the fairies. I hate to see it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I mean, it happens from time to time.
But Error on my side is facing Molder 2.
Yes, indeed. And he does open the inevitable conclusion chest for a pack of supers, which is actually not terrible because he's actually going to be able to use that against Mother Brain.
Yeah, not a bad pickup out of the inevitable conclusion.
All right, and now we have started Agonometry 201. And down goes Agonometry 201. Tacos.
Tacos are great.
Tacos are wonderful. Is there some to share with? Very nice quote on Ganon today.
Spaceballs preference, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, indeed. I'm your father's brother's sister's cousin's former roommate. What does that make us? Absolutely nothing.
I need to watch Spaceballs, man. I heard they're really fun, really funny.
Oh my
movie.
god, it's a great... You haven't seen it?
I remember
It's
like
a Mel Brooks classic, man.
I never
John Candy.
I remember
Oh.
I remember my brother watching it before.
I almost said Jeff Goldblum, but that's the wrong Jeff. Oh my god, what's his name? Somebody help me. No,
Jeff
it's
Daniels.
not. It's not Jeff Daniels. Is Jeff Daniels in that? Jeff Daniels is in Dumb and Dumber. He's not in Spaceballs.
No.
No, Bill Pullman. It's Bill Pullman. Sorry, guys. Totally thinking of the wrong guy. I was Bill Pullman and Bill Paxton were the two I always got mixed up. There we go. Anyway, Error's on phase 3 of Ganon, so he's only got one more Master Sword spin to do for this, and then he's gonna do the Silver Arrow stress. So now he's gonna get the Torch glitch to make this just a little bit easier. Dodge the Fire Bat, get the Torch glitch. Boom. There we go. All right, spin attack, turning blue, shoot him with the Silver Arrow, and then repeat 3 more times. Boom. Here's another hit. Take your time right now because it's just you and freedom. Boom. Double tap, silver arrows. Dang. Down goes Ganon. Ladies and gentlemen, get your G's in chat for Error72 who has taken down the big pig.
Yeah, just get a single G out. Not any, just 2 G's, just one single G. If it was 2 G's, then we would probably be playing Jet Set Radio by now.
All right, and now he's saved, quit, and reset. Now he's going to go take on Mother Brain. Meanwhile, it looks like Reckonus is going to be headed up to Ganon's Tower. Did he do Ice Palace? I was not paying close enough attention. I was watching Error on his very well executed Master Sword Silver Ganon. Very well executed. So it looks like we're not going to be seeing a butter sword tonight. That's unfortunate. That's my favorite sword. Probably because the Ganon click was on the wrong side of the screen, Laconic. Because he's definitely hasn't killed Ganon yet. Polar Bear Bunny, we love you. You're awesome. Alright, Error is making his way through Torian with the Ice Beam. It's a lot easier with Ice Beam because you just freeze a Metroid, Super Missile it, freeze a Metroid, Super Missile, freeze a Metroid, Super Missile, and that's this room. Now you've only got 3 more Metroids to kill. So Error 72 got snatched up by a Metroid and decided to powerbomb them to death because, for whatever reason, they take 3 power bombs to kill. I have no idea why.
Metroids are strong, boys.
Yeah, sure. Power bomb one-shots almost everything else in the game. And it looks like Error is not going for Babe Skip. He doesn't have high jump, so he doesn't have the ability to do it anyway.
The one time that we seen high jump was from Heracnus.
I believe somebody else got it too, but I don't remember who.
Me neither.
And it was in the Meyer shed, I think?
Part of me thinks that it doesn't sound right.
I don't remember.
We're about
Anyway.
two to three, like 2.5 hours in.
Yeah, trying to remember where all these items were for 2.5 hours is kind of our task. That's why we have trackers. They keep us honest.
Definitely should get them a follow.
For sure. I would. Anyway.
Yep.
They're good people.
Yep, Miss Metroid and Polar Bear Bunny are the trackers, and listening to Professor Renderer and Semperfire Dog give us a follow as well, and all of our lovely runners.
Yes, definitely follow the runners, because without them we wouldn't be here. Now Error is making his way through the Zebatites, not bothering to skip him, just gonna kill him with missiles. Right, these are just the four runners we have on Restream. We also have a number behind the scenes, 14 total at the start of the race. We will see where that's at once Error is done. We'll see what's going on with those guys. I don't know if Error has enough ammo.
Saw Heracnus taking a fall in the last room, the second to last room before the Lambo 2 room, but that fairy did bring him back up.
Wow, man, Error! Woo! That was close.
It just barely made it.
That was terrifyingly close to not being able to make it. Very, very well done from Error 72. This has been an extremely good race on his part.
No need for stand-up glitch for today.
Yeah, we don't have charge beam. We don't have charge plasma. We don't have any ammo to do stand up with. We barely have enough health to do stand up. So. Meanwhile, Etienne is making his way through Swamp Palace, a dungeon we have not seen yet. The baby! No! And now, you pay. Taste the rainbow, mama.
A worthy sacrifice.
"40 shots with the rainbow beam, and Mother Brain takes her final bow." And now, with the timer set, it's time to escape this exploding planet.
And with that, we'll get the official time as soon as Earth gets out of Planet Zebus.
It's time to go, go, go! The planets are kabooming. We need to get out of here. And yeah, no, this is a race, so nobody's saving the animals. It ain't happening. When you haven't seen anybody else finish, you want to be the first one done.
Besides, SGDQ was just this past weekend. Or this past week.
Yeah. Definitely a lot of cool stuff happening during SGDQ. Or whatever GDQ it was. I think it's SGDQ.
It was SGDQ. The one that happens in the summer is SGDQ.
Which is a new thing I'm not really familiar with. Yeah, I'm fairly new to the speed gaming community, so. All right, Error is making his way out the exit shaft. Will he get the shine spark up? Yes, he will. Up, up, up he goes, and out. Jumping and jumping and jumping and jumping, all this vertical room stuff. Will he save the animals? Of course not.
No need for it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get your GGs in chat for Error 72, who finishes on first on the restream and second place overall with an official SRL time of 2:37.22, improving their personal best by 17 minutes 38 seconds.
Cheat?
Maniacal came in first place with an official SRL time of 2:24.33. We'll see if we can get Error here in for a chat, and here he is.
Hello, Error.
GG's to you, Error.
Okay, so first things first. Let's pretend you didn't see, how badly I did that first gate glitch, and let's pretend I never did Trinex.
Oh, okay, we can pretend that. Would you like to know the swords that you missed?
Sure, why not?
So the one that you never were gonna get was the one at Plasma Beam,
Sure.
and the one that you walked right past was the first chest of Ice Palace.
It's okay.
But that being said, your Master Sword Ganon was excellent.
Good enough. It was good enough. Not great, but good enough. It was one of those seeds that I felt like I played terribly, and of course, having to redo Trinex twice, and taking so long to gate glitch the first time to totally break the seed open.
You were in go mode at an hour and 24 minutes.
I know. It's just like one of those things. It's like I feel like if like one of the I'm okay at both games, but I'm definitely far from top tier or even consider myself good. I'm okay.
It was definitely it came down to routing.
If somebody that's at the top of the top tier, is like the Maniacals who finished first in the race. If Maniacal had done the same route I did, he would have probably done it in like close to sub 2 hour. Maybe not quite sub 2 hour, but it'd been close.
Would have been a lot closer. Yeah, no, that's
so.
When you hit go mode at an hour 24, I nearly fell out of my chair. I'd never seen a go mode that early in an SMZ3 before.
So it was just one of those. I played terribly, but routed magnificently. So, I guess I'll take it.
If I may interject here, I did see in the other room that Eddie decided to call it there and just decided to forfeit, which Eddie is ready to move right now.
I must have skipped something.
Yeah, you skipped your fire rod in Upper Norfair.
What? Where?
At Norfair Reserve.
Oh. Whatever. This seed was just so frustrating the whole way through. I didn't even know why I skipped that. I just had a brain fart. But everything about this seed was just frustrating, and everything about this seed makes me just not want to race this game anymore.
I know how you feel there, my friend.
So, yeah. Sorry about forfeiting, but I was just too frustrated.
Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry.
Nowhere.
I was wrong. Miss Metroid is correcting me in the chat. It was Crocomire that you missed. Fire Rod was in Crocomire on the Indiana Jones location in the parlor. My fault.
I mean, as every single time I play this game, it's like the one thing I skip is what I need. So it's just, I don't know. I just don't, I get that my execution in Super Metroid's not that good, but how am I every single time behind by like an hour in this stupid game? I just don't understand it.
It's not an easy game to play, my friend. Trust me. I feel your pain every time I play it too.
Yeah, and I would, personally speaking, I'd never played a Super Metroid, and I would probably be playing a lot worse, because I don't know anything about Super Metroid at all, and watching this is like, I know Z3 stuff. Is that all I can really ask for?
Yeah, anyway, I don't know. I might just be done with racing this game. Like, all the infinite bomb jumping I had to do, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me why that's in normal logic. The people that make this game are like, it's like they only cater to the elite players. They don't really care if anyone else is frustrated by it. So, I don't know. Anyway.
It's alright. It happens. Everybody has a bad day, my friend. It's alright to have bad days. And if you don't want to play the game, that is your choice. I will not never force it upon anybody to play. I enjoy it. It frustrates the crap out of me almost every time I play it. But I do feel the pain of being arguably just devastated by seeing some times that you see on this. Seeing the go mode an hour 24, I've never seen a go mode that fast before, and I never been able to do anything that crazy.
I thought I was routing really well for the first part of it, but I don't know. It's just every time I play this game, I think I'm doing okay, and then I'm behind by an hour.
So
it's just anyway, I'm gonna stop subjecting you with my negativity. I'll take off. But thanks for commentating. Thanks for tracking anyway.
Alright, Eddie. GG's for the performance. You did very well. Your routing was good. You just skipped some things that you needed to not skip. Anyway, Error, let's get how you were feeling when you hit that go mode so quickly. Were you on the edge of your seat, unable to contain your excitement?
Yeah, sort of. I mean, I would have liked to have had, more stuff, but, it's like one of those, it's like, as soon as I got, just scouting out that speed booster was basically, everything. Because, then all that stuff was in the Crocomire area, of course.
The Crocomire, Norfair itself Upper Norfair was loaded. You had Titan's Mitts, Speed Booster, Flippers, Bow, Space Jump. I mean, it was just chock full. 5 major items in an area as small as Upper Norfair. That's insanity.
Right. So it was just one of those. It's like I hit go mode at 100 at an hour 24. It's like I got a chance to win this, and then I have to do Trinex 3 times, and then
it happens.
It happens. It does. It's just one of those. It's just one of those. It's randomizer, and I just picked basically pretty close to the optimal route in a game that has how many item checks?
360.
316.
And I did 165.
I did 165.
Did just about half.
That's insane.
Just over half of the checks in the game.
It still lost by 10 minutes.
Okay, to be fair, you lost to Maniacal, who's one of the best runners of this game.
I know.
You can't blame yourself for that. Maniacal's just stupid good at this game.
I mean, even if I have a good Trinex and don't have to freaking refill ammo trying to gate glitch, trying to get the speed booster, it's I'm probably not making up there. I didn't lose 13 minutes there.
If it makes you feel better, I've actually had a similar case where I ran out of magic in a Trinex fight, and I think I took like 2 swings at it before I said, that's it. I am not dealing with this nonsense. And I believe it was in a daily where, you had to actually farm for Zora money in order to get your Moon Pearl there. It was a disaster.
Yeah, it was a jet seed, at least the way I routed it.
It was definitely one of the fastest seeds I've ever seen.
So.
I mean, you've beaten my PB by at least 30 minutes.
I think that's probably my PB by.
According to
SRL,
according to the SRL bot, it was 17 minutes and 38 seconds faster than your last PB.
That's probably my best, for lack of a better term, off-race PB as well. So.
Anyway, to get back on the subject, Harakinus is taken down by the brain, and now he is on the escape to get the heck out of this exploding planet.
On that note, that was probably the first time I'd ever used to save at Mother Brain in 10 years.
I did not think you had enough ammo to kill her.
I've done Zep Skip before, but I'm not very good at it, and I knew I was close on ammo, and so it's like...
I don't know how close you were, but you were pretty close.
I fired every missile I had.
Yeah, and that was just enough, so I think you were just a couple missiles off, which is... You're more courageous than I would be, for sure. I would have taken a missile refill. I think so. Polar Bear Bunny says it was probably a 13 missile leeway, which is pretty tight.
So it was just one of those. It's like, I mean, I've done Zep Skip before. If I'd failed it, if I'd run out of ammo, I would have done Zep Skip. But for some reason, it's just a trick that I haven't practiced enough and just haven't grasped super well. So it's like, it's not that much slower.
I hate to interrupt. Ladies and gentlemen, get your GGs in chat for Harakinus, who has finished 2nd in the restream and 3rd place overall with an official SRL time of 2:47.58, improving their personal best by 11 minutes and 3 seconds.
GGs to Harakinus.
This seed is outrageous. Also, the runner Alragerous has forfeited. He had some family issues cropped up. And in fourth place is Apathy Duck with an official SRL time of 2:49.18. So now Jex Rock is making his way through Gainus Tower. I'm going to presume that him being in Gainus Tower means he cleared Turtle Rock. But, the tracker probably ate the input. Just a guess.
Shoutouts to Fairy Stun Prize.
That's a heck of a nice stun prize. I was very kind of scared when you died in this room here of the gauntlet, trying to catch a fairy. And I was like, oh no, he's dead! And then you had a fairy in a bottle, so luckily you were saved.
I got 2 fairies in Turtle Rock.
Not a bad decision.
So it was just like, in hindsight, it was one of those, it's like, that was not the right room to try and do that in.
Definitely not. I was like, maybe do that in a room where there isn't ice physics? Because, that just makes life difficult.
But like I say, routed awesomely, played terribly.
You did well. You had the mistakes that you stated you had, but your routing was amazing. Like you kept like gravitating straight to the loot farms. You're like, everyone's gonna go here, and I'm gonna get everything I could possibly desire, and then move on and get more stuff. It was crazy.
To be honest, if I might not have had this, I might have still done it anyway. But the main reason I did Up in Warfare was for that speed booster. If I hadn't seen speed booster there, if it had been, let's say, 20 rupees or something, I don't know if I do Up in Warfare right then. I might have gone and done Meridia, which obviously had nothing of importance because...
Yeah, Meridia was empty except for that sword and plasma beam.
Wave Beam finally put me in logic. I was more looking for either a sword or even a book or the flute, just so I wouldn't have the gate glitch.
We found the book. The book was in pod. It was in the big chest of pod.
But I go mode pod because I go moded.
Yes, you did. You go moded 6 dungeons in Link to the Past.
And I never entered any independent dungeons, so.
Nope. That's definitely a nice thing.
The only dungeon I didn't go mode was Thieves Town.
And that was where you found a red cane and took a very nice stroll through that dungeon.
Which always very nice that the 3 of the items are in the front 4.
It's always a nice feeling.
And Thieves Town's one of those that it's really tough to go mode. I mean, go mode and not go mode is kind of the same thing.
Yeah, it's kind of the same deal with Turtle Rock, and in this case, Pod. Pod, you got to skip what, 3 chests out of 14?
I skipped 4 because I skipped Vanilla Big Key. I skipped the one
bottom
below
right,
Big Key.
bottom right, and dark maze, and then you skip the big chest too.
The big chest.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty much the same. Yeah, Turtle Rock Go mode is you skip Laser Bridge is the only thing you skip in that one. And down goes Trolldorm 2. And that last pack of supers at the inevitable conclusion was kind of a nice find. Gave you just a little bit more missile room error on your more wiggle room on your Mother Brain fight. That's what I was trying to go for.
Now see, we never found a charge beam?
Nope, no idea where it could be. It's probably in one of the pendant dungeons.
Or deeper in Ganon's Tower.
Or deeper in Ganon's Tower.
Reasonably early Big Key.
It was number 8 by your routing. These Aga patterns suck.
I like my Aga pattern.
Your Aga patterns were good. This one's terrible. There's a good double. We'll see if we can get Heracnus in for an interview. And down goes Agonometry 201.
Well, it is time for me to get some sleep. So,
All right.
thank you very much for commentating. Thanks to the restream and trackers. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
GG's to you, Eric. Congratulations on your personal best.
Thank you.
And Jex is now taking on the Big Pig. Oh, that's not clear. Oh, he's got a blue potion. He's fine. We're fine. We're fine. So far, there goes phase 2, I think. Yep, now we're on phase 3. Gotta watch out for them fire bats, they hurt. Fire bats. Makes me think of StarCraft.
Zerg is the only good StarCraft team.
Heresy.
And you immediately lost me there.
Sorry, I'm a Protoss main.
Ah.
And get your G's, single G's in chat for Jex Vrock getting his bacon. And we are joined by Heracnus in chat. GG's to you, Heracnus.
GG.
GG.
Congratulations on your personal best.
That's the second time I've ever subbed 3 hours, and that was a lot better.
This was definitely one of the nicest, fastest seeds I have ever seen. And I've done a lot of these races, and this is definitely one of the fastest.
Yeah, we based, what was it, Kakariko Village? It had gravity right away, and I think Varia was right away too.
Varia wasn't far beyond that. I don't remember exactly where it was, but it wasn't too far. You had both suits of armor and both suits within like 20 minutes.
Yeah, it was crazy fast. And I think it got faster by going to Crocomire the second I got Speed Booster and Space Jump. So it just felt like a jet seed.
And Fire Rod. Don't forget Fire Rod.
Oh yeah, Fire Rod. Kind of needed that.
And then Upper North Air, North Air Reserve had your bow, your flippers, and your mitts.
Yeah.
It was crazy fast.
I get so flustered with these kind of seeds because I just want to check everything. I'm kind of that person. I don't like to leave an item unchecked, but I think the second I got Ice Rod was my go mode, and I was like, well, I better go, dude. Hookshot Cave, even though I don't need to. It was just force of habit. I couldn't just not go there.
So I do the same thing. I was playing a seed earlier, and I was in Gannis Tower. I already had the big key, and I'm still checking chests in the bottom. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah. Well, I guess when I looked at items collected, it's pretty decent, but yeah, I couldn't. Once I got to that point. I don't know if I'm in go mode. I think I just get scared. I'm like, am I actually there yet, or am I just missing an item? That could hurt to check a few more items.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too terrible of an idea to do a couple checks along the way if you're missing things like comfort of quality of life items like half magic or another sword or whatever. But you had silver arrows and tempered swords, so you were set for life. That's basically all you need to be real comfortable.
I think I was hoping to get charged somewhere along the way, but never ended up panning out.
No, we have no idea where it is. No, we never saw it.
No.
I can only surmise that it's probably somewhere in a pendant dungeon or in a Gaines Tower. We didn't look. I have no idea.
Yeah. I was lucky. I never needed to go to a pendant dungeon that seed.
None of you did. Eddie M did a little bit, but he didn't finish Swamp Palace. Nobody else even touched a pendant.
Wow.
Although for some reason I remember seeing arrow from somebody. I don't remember who though. But yeah, this seed was incredible.
Yeah. Then there's Maniacal. What the? Coming in at what time? 2:24.
2:24. Yeah.
I thought I was on a roll. He must have just been went the right route every time too.
Yeah, he said his go mode was an hour and 48, which is insane. I mean, to be fair, Error's go mode was an hour and 24. He had go mode super early, but he had to do all of Link to the Past still when he got his go mode.
Yeah.
Because his go mode was Ice Rod too.
Okay.
And he was right there, so he immediately did Turtle Rock and then had to do all the other Crystal Dungeons except for, I think Thieves Town was the only one he had already done. So he go moded 6 dungeons.
Oh, that's good. I think I had to do Turtle Rock and Ice Palace once I got Ice Rod, and that was about it. I was very worried that there was going to be an item in Shack Tool because I saw a grapple. And then I tried going for it. I couldn't. I forgot how to get to it, so screw it. I'll just hope there's nothing there.
Yeah. Now we've had a couple additional finishers since the last one finished. Anita Riffick came in 6th place with an official SRL time of 2:56.37. And LL Silveria has finished in 7th place with a time of 2:59.07, improving their personal best by 11 minutes and 46 seconds. So we've had quite a few PBs in this seed.
Yeah, I think this was the seed to do it if you're hoping for a PB.
Why can't I ever roll seeds like this, man? I mean, these are nice. I don't get this lucky.
There's something to be said about those really jerk seeds, where you got Peg and Agnum type seeds.
Oh, I get Aghanim all the time in this thing. I just have bad luck with that. Now, I'm not sure. Has Jex Brock taken down Ridley yet, guys? I have not been paying attention as closely as I should have. It looks like he's headed to G4. So I'm going to guess he has taken down Ridley. Jex Brock, the only guy left we're watching. Oh, we're talking about something different. Never mind. So yeah, I'm guessing he has because he's headed straight for G4, unless he forgot. We'll see. Okay, yeah, he's good. So now all he has to do is make his way through Lower Norfair. Well, okay, let's try this again. He'll get his way through Turian to kill Mother Brain. Which your execution was very well done on that as well.
I kind of fat fingered the baby Skip and just sat on the ground.
It happens.
But that's alright. And I think the Zeb skip was driving me crazy. I couldn't get that like the first 2 times.
It's okay, I can't get it at all, but I know your struggle.
Yeah.
It's definitely entertaining. You guys definitely put on a good show tonight, though.
That's good. Hopefully people enjoyed it. I can't. I'm just happy with the PB.
I think anybody would be happy with a PB.
Alright, I think I'm gonna dip out and I'll probably pop in chat and watch the last runner finish up.
All right, you enjoy. Thank you for the interview, and GG, and congratulations on your personal best.
Alright, thank you. Thank you, commentators and trackers, for doing this.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my partner had to vacate the premises, so it's just me now. You just got me. You're stuck with me. Stuck in this house with just me. Isn't that peachy? We're here to have a good time and finish this out. So is Jex Rock, he's not gonna, doesn't look like he's going for a baby skip because he took his suits off. So he's just gonna damage down as fast as possible and finish this out. Is he facing to the right? Is he going to save those extra frames? No. He's facing to the left. Those precious frames. It takes like an extra 24 frames to get up. I'd really like to know where that charge beam was hiding this whole time. I really want to know, but I don't think I'm going to find out. Alright, and Jex is going to be going for a nice Zeb skip. Hopefully he can get it. As I have not perfected... I don't... Actually, he doesn't have the correct beams to do this. If I'm not mistaken. You need to have wave beam to do it? Wave is not necessary. Never mind. Gotcha. You can do it with any beam as long as you have ice. It just changes the setup. Gotcha. I don't even know how to do it with all the beams, so you know, it is what it is. I'm pretty bad at this game. He is very close. So it looks like he's got 51 supers, and then that allows him to have what? 3 missiles per super. So we've got 27 missiles. He's got an extra 30 missiles. Yeah, he's gonna be all right. And he's just going to tank the damage to the face. Why not? As long as you have 3 energy tanks by the end of this phase, you'll be fine. Can't take any more hits now, though. Well, hope he's got a reserve. Okay, he's got 3 full reserves. That's good. That ketchup beam hurts. Ladies and gentlemen, we've had, oh, I already said that. Also very finished with their personal best. Never mind. I already said that. My bad, guys. I always forget what I've told you guys. Especially when it's 11:30 at night. I'm kind of tired because I'm an old man. So now it's just a matter of the baby finishing up, topping us off, and then time to finish this final brain for the night. The baby! You killed my friend! Taste the rainbow! I really hope Skittles doesn't sue us for taking their slogan. "40 shots to the noggin, and down goes the final mother brain fight of the evening. Now it's time to get out of this exploding planet for the final time tonight. Let's go, go, go! Coming down to the final couple rooms on this escape sequence. Let's see if he gets the shine spark up the escape shaft like we want to, because it's cool. And will he save the animals? What do you think, guys? Do you think he's going to save them? Maybe one person will save him on the restream? Is it possible? He's going for it! He's gonna save the animals tonight! He saved the animals! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get your GGs in chat for Jex Varrock who has finished in 9th place overall, 3rd place on the restream, with an official SRL time of 3:13:25, improving their personal best by 4 minutes and 33 seconds. Blandation came in ahead of them at 8th place at 3:12:16, and SP Ridley finished in 10th place right after Jex Farrak with an official SRL time of 3:14:16, improving their personal best by 5 minutes. So this is that's what, the 4th or 5th personal best we've seen on this seed tonight. What madness! What crazy! We'll see if we can get Jex Farrak in here for an interview before we wrap things up for the evening. But I must say, this seed, guys, holy cow. Holy cow, this was fast. This is like a 1 in a million seed where everything's fed to you on a silver platter. The jettiest of jet seeds. I don't think I've ever seen a sub 90-minute go mode. And we are joined by Jex Farrak. GG's and congratulations on your personal best.
Thank you. I was actually surprised I did as well as I did.
And you PB'd while saving the animals. Mad props.
Yeah, I figure, with everything that happened to me that run, I figure, why not? Let's go the extra mile tonight.
This seed was definitely one of the fastest seeds I've ever seen in my life.
It was, when I saw Speed Booster on Croc, I'm just like, oh no. What did if I go and get that early, what am I skipping that is going to be in logic? That's going to be important in logic because I'm going out of logic to go get it. What am I missing? So I was kind of worried about doing out of logic stuff.
True. But Norfair was absolutely loaded because it had the speed booster, it had your space jump, fire rod, bow, flippers, Titan Smiths.
Yeah, I saw that. Yes, having Norfair absolutely loaded and just being able to quick Meridia was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, dual mode Meridia is definitely one of the best feelings in the world.
The one thing I was really mad when I had to double dip Norfair because of when I mirrored into the light world to go knock out Desert Palace real quick.
Yeah, you put your mirror portal in a really bad spot.
Yeah, I was not exactly thrilled. I was hoping like I could like shimmy myself around and get myself back into the dark world, but it just wasn't having it.
It wasn't happening. And you were exhibiting your frustration on stream. It was quite amusing to watch because you're like, no, I wanted that! Why?
Yep, exactly. Dying when I was trying to knock out Dark Cross, but that wasn't such a big deal. And I'm just like, all right, well, if I die, I die. If not, okay, no big deal. So I just moved on to the next thing. That's
And you
usually
made a
what
good
ended up
choice
happening.
because don't think there was $20 down there. I think.
I did end up grabbing it after I found the lamp in. What was? Lamp was.
Morph ball pedestal.
Okay, yeah. When I saw that, I'm just like, oh man, that means the dark rooms are now on logic. So what did I miss now? Normal logic, tends to be. Well, I tend to have a harder time with normal logic than I do hard logic for some reason.
It seems to me that the normal logic seeds tend to be more trolly than the hard logic seeds do.
Did anybody find charge beam?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Nobody on Restream did, and I have not heard from anybody in chat that has come in here after finishing if they found it or not either. I'm guessing it's probably in one of the pendant dungeons or in the unchecked side of Ganon's Tower, because I mean it can be anywhere. So we never found it. We never found plasma. We did find Spacer, but nobody got it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I saw grapple beam. I thought I made the attempt to go get it, then I messed it up. Then I'm like, you know what? Screw it. Let's go. I guess I'll just go slow mode on Dragon. When the time came.
And it works. I mean, and Dragon's not that terribly slow. It's only 20 supers, so it's not a horrible fight.
Yep. Okay. Well, thanks for having me, and thanks for streaming and shoutcasting.
Not a problem. Thank you for the good show, and GG's, and congratulations on your personal best.
Yep. Thank you. GG.
Ladies and gentlemen, that finishes our broadcast for the evening. If you want more SMZ3 action, you're going to have to wait till Sunday, where we have our normal logic weekly race, I believe. And then next Monday, we will have our hard logic weekly race, unless there are addendums to the schedule that I'm not currently aware of. Any other speed gaming events that are going on right now? We just started, as we said earlier, the Metroid Prime tournament's going on. There are Link to the Past randomizer dailies every day. There's ladder races and all sorts of Link to the Past randomizer races going on. And plus, there's a variety of other things on speed gaming that keep you busy. Make sure you check out the Speed Gaming family of channels, Speed Gaming Main and Speed Gaming's 2 through 6. Also, make sure you follow our runners, because without them, we would not be here. We would not have a show for you. We would not have all this amazing excitement to show and talk about and all that stuff. And we would just, giving them a follow keeps them going, keeps their hopes alive, as it were. You can also follow our trackers, Polar Bear Bunny and Miss Metroid. Wonderful trackers tonight, keeping us honest and keeping us appraised of all the item locations. Make sure you follow my partner, Professor Renderer, and myself, Semper Firedog, for doing the trashy job of commenting, even though I try to keep it real with you guys. I don't know everything, and I don't think I ever will, but I like doing this, and it's fun. So, with that, I'm going to sign off for the evening, and I'm going to see you all next mission. Have a good night, everyone.